Good day everyone, I am Glessa Jane Blones, and today my groupmates and I are going to discuss Module 2 entitled Human Resource Acquisition. This module is composed of 3 lessons, and after learning these 3 lessons, we are expected to understand the importance of job analysis in relation to the two end results, which are job description and job specification. We are also expected to describe the process of recruiting employees and outline the contents of resume. So Module 1, Lesson 1 is entitled Job Analysis, Job Description, and Job Specification. We all know that one of the main functions of HR department or HR managers is to recruit and select an employee. But for them to do this function well, they must first know the job description and the job specification. And to have these two documents, job analysis must first be conducted. So what is job analysis? Job analysis is the process of gathering and analyzing information about the content and the human requirements of jobs, as well as the context in which jobs are performed. So simply, job analysis is all about knowing what is the nature of the job, what responsibilities it brings, and what are the qualifications, knowledge, skills, and abilities a person or an applicant must have to be qualified to do the job. For example, is an organization is looking for an accountant. With the help of job analysis information, the HR department will be able to hire the best accountant for the job. Diba, for example, the common rules of accountant in organization is about to prepare financial statements or to manage the financial information. And the usual qualification is dapat CPA or Certified Public Accountant. So with the help of this information, HR department will be able to hire the best accountant for the job. And then, so the outcome of job analysis are the job description and job specification. And we're going to learn about these two terms in the next report. So job analysis is conducted through observation, interview, and in surveys. Moreover, job analysis doesn't help HR department in recruiting employees, but also in many other HR practices. Number 1, for example, is in job designing or job redesigning. The information or data we gathered from job analysis is important in job designing or redesigning because this information can help the HR management to figure out what tasks or responsibilities needed to be added or to be crossed out in the current job description of an employee to improve his or her productivity and job satisfaction. Job analysis also helps HR departments in recruitment and selection. This is what I've said earlier, because job analysis creates job description and job specification that gives the HR department a clear vision in what kind of applicant they need to hire. Job analysis also helps in determining training needs because job analysis specifies the main duties and skills required for certain jobs. For instance, in some organizations, there are times that they need to promote some employees, and in these cases, they will be given new and bigger responsibilities. So to make them, the new promoted employees, more ready and qualified, HR departments with the knowledge of the main duties and needed skills of the new job conduct training to help these newly promoted employees to adapt to their new responsibilities. Job analysis also helps in establishing a compensation management policy. As we all know, compensation such as salary, wages, paid vacations, a good working environment, and bonuses are the major motivation of the employees. So it is very important for an organization to meet these needs to have a motivated and productive employees. In this case, HR departments, with the help of the information from job analysis, will create a good compensation policy that will motivate the employees and benefit the organization. Lastly, job analysis also helps in conducting performance reviews. Because with the use of the information from job analysis about what are the expected responsibilities of an employee, HR department can now easily conduct performance review if the certain employees really did their responsibilities. So that is how important and useful job analysis is, especially in recruitment and selection of employees. And speaking of recruitment, to learn more about job description and job specification, here is the next reporter.
Job description is a document intended to provide job applicants with an outline of the main duties and responsibilities of the role for which they are applying. So far in my research, job description is like a biodata that we can found our personal information, example of qualities, characteristics, skills, in work experience, background as an employee. The description is usually drawn up with the individual in the organization responsible for overseeing the selection process for the role, often with the help of the company's HR department and or an external recruiter. When we say description, it summarizes the essential responsibilities, activities, qualification, and skills for a role. And also, for your information, the first and immediate product of job analysis is the job description. As indicated, this is basically descriptive and constitutes a record of existing pertinent job facts. These facts must be in some fashion in order to be usable. Suggested contents are given as follows. So this is the example of job description. You can see the date written, job status, job identification, job summary, working relationship, competency requirements, and lastly, the working condition.
Job specification. It uses the job description to define the human traits and experiencing required to do a specific job well. It shows what kind of person to recruit and for what qualities the person should be tested. The information contained in a job specification usually includes the following: knowledge, skills, ability, personal characteristics, credentials, and technical requirements. The sample figure below is an example of job specification. So, what is the relationship between job analysis, job description, and job specification? A job description identifies the essential functions of the job, provide information concerning the duties and responsibilities contained in a job. A job specification identifies the minimum acceptable qualifications required for an employee to perform the job adequately.
What is online recruitment? What is internet recruitment? Online recruitment or internet recruiting is a way for a business and recruiters to use the internet to find and interact with candidates and eventually extend a job offer. You can post the job openings online, email candidates, and even set up interviews via video calls and online recruitment. Tips to job applicants to avoid illegal recruitment. First, how to avoid illegal recruitment. Do not apply at recruitment agencies not licensed by POEA or POEA. Second, do not deal with a licensed agencies without a job orders. Third, do not deal with any person who is not an authorized representative of a licensed agency. Fifth, do not transact business outside the registered address of the agencies.
Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Catherine Verbal. So my topic is all about recruitment process and recruitment plan. So when you say recruitment, it is the process of finding people to work for a company or become a new member of an organization. So recruitment plan is an effort to quickly fill the HR request with an individual who first satisfy the job specification. So for example, ang company is nangita sila applicant or trabahante, example, accounting staff. So dapat ang katong mag-apply is graduate siya, 4 years graduate siya na accounting accountancy or accounting step na which is related or aligned siya sa job specification and job description. So, recruitment process have 4 steps. So, we have formulating recruitment strategy, searching for job applicants, screening of applicants, and the last is maintaining an applicant pool. So, number 1, formulating recruitment strategy. This is a choice between internal and external recruitment strategy. So, kani daw siya, internal hiring and external hiring, both sides na siya advantage o disadvantage. So, unahon na to ang internal hiring. So, internal hiring, for example, sa sulod sa company na open position. And then, mag-select sila dito sa mga empleyado kung kinsa ilahang i-promote as a supervisor. So, mo to siya ang advantage. So, example, ang katong na-promote is katong mga almost a year pa lang siya. So, mo to yang na-promote as a supervisor. Then, napo to isa ka empleyado na mas dugay pa sa iyaha na 11 years na siya or 10 years na siya. Tapos wala siya na-promote. Bali, ang na-promote katong mas bago pa sa iyaha. So, ang disadvantage sa ilahang internal hiring is mag-create og political infighting na mag-away sila or maglainay. Syempre, ikaw malain ka kay dugay na ka sa usa ka company tapos katong bago pa sa imo ang na-promote nya ikaw kay wala pa ka na-promote. It's because mas capable pa tong na-promote compare sa iyaha. So, mo na siya ang internal hiring. So, napod day external hiring. So, when you say external, sa gawa siya sa usa ka company. So, dito sila mangita og trabahante. So, ang katong ilang nakuha nga trabahante, example, nangita sila og branch staff. So, nangita sila branch staff. So, ang katong ilang na-hired na as a branch staff is maka-provide siya og new ideas og new insights. Tapos, ang iyahang disadvantage is loss of time due to adjustment. So, because kay hinay pa siya, kay tungod kay nag-adjust pa man siya, pero nana siya knowledge about unsay dagan sa company. Hinay lang gid siya tungod kay nag-adjust man siya sa environment. So, next, we proceed to searching for job applicants. So, the applicants search may involve traditional recruiting methods or through the use of e-recruitment. So, when you say traditional, so, muna siya itong mga naandan sa una. For example, ang company nangita og trabahante. So, nangita sila encoder or unsa pa na din ha. So, pero wala pa man kay taykon high-tech na teknolohiya. So, sa unang panahon nga, pag mangita tag trabahante, ipaagi pa nato sa newspaper. So, dito pa nato makita kung unsa itong mga job hiring, unsa itong mga na-job hiring through local newspaper. So, karon na naman tay e-recruitment. E-recruitment is, na siya, social networks through technology, new technology nga. Makita na nato sa Facebook, Gmail, o Google. So, hassle-free na siya. So, muna ang pasabot sa e-recruitment. So, number 3, screening of applicants. Applicants should be screened to identify the qualified applicants and prepare a short list for interview. So, ang kaning screening of applicants, mo ni siyang mga naay first interview, second interview, third interview, and final interview. So, before you go to the final interview, so, mag-ano pa ka, moagi pa ka sa screening. So, ang kaning screening is, mo ni siya ang, bali, ang kaning screening kay, igo na lang ni siya mag-check sa reference, gikan sa first o second interview, kung qualified ba ni siya, o maghatag lang po ni sila gamay mga pangutana, muna siya, bago nila i-proceed sa final interview. So, the last is maintaining an applicant pool. So, applicant pool consists of individuals who have expressed an interest in pursuing job opening and who might be feasible candidate for the position. So, kani siya maintaining an applicant pool. So, sa ang company kay manginahanglan og trabahante. So, example, mangita sila og encoder. So, dapat kung dili sila gusto crowded, so dapat i-utilize nila of number position. So, nanginahanglan sila encoder. So, dapat i-specification nila kung pila ilang kinahanglan. Manus para dili siya crowded. O kung wala po'y specification sa encoder kung pila ilang kinahanglan, so daghan nag-apply tungod kay wala sila'y number of people nga pila ilahang kaon nga as applicant. And that's it.
Source of applicants. There are 3 sources of recruitment. 1. Internal source. 2. Referrals. 3. External source. Internal source means seeking applicants for the job position from those who are currently employed with the organization. Many organizations are practicing this approach to motivate the skilled employees of the organization to reduce the employee turnover, to reduce the cost, and to get a competitive advantage. Various methods of internal sources are 1. Transfer means shifting an employee from one job to another without any change in his rank and responsibility. The purpose of an employee transfer is to enable him to get well versed with the board-based view of organization, which is essential for the promotion in future. Second, promotions are the most common form of internal recruitment, wherein the employees are moved to the upper levels of the organization with more responsibility and prestige. Referrals. Referral is a method for finding potential new employees through recommendation from current employees. Anyone can refer an applicant to a job by informing them of a job opening or sharing an applicant's resume with a hiring manager. Employers rely on referrals to learn about quality candidates who have already been vetted by a trusted employee. External sources mean hiring people from outside the organization. 1. A job advertisement is an announcement of open job position. The main goal of a job advertisement is to inform potential job candidates about a new opening and attract them to apply. Second, employment centers or agencies. A company contracted to hire and staff employees for other companies. An agency may be public, operating on a federal, state, or a local level, or may be a privately owned organization. The positions offered are often temporary, contract-based, part-time, or temp to hire, and the agency will typically keep a file for each employee noting their skills and work history. Many sectors outsource their recruiting to employment agencies, and it can help companies simplify the hiring process for entry-level and mid-level jobs. Third, campus recruiting, also known as graduate recruitment, is the act of attracting and engaging with university and college students with the hopes of eventually hiring them upon graduation. Reaching students before they begin their careers is beneficial for both companies and students. It allows companies the chance to find top talent before they are lost to other organizations, and it gives students the chance to familiarize themselves with potential employers and decide what would be the best fit for them. 4. Internship is a period of work experience offered by employer to give students and graduates exposure to working environment, often within a specific industry which relates to their field of study. 5. Job fair is an event that gives students and employers a chance to meet one another, establish professional relationship, and discuss potential internship or part or full-time opportunities. And lastly, online recruitment refers of Sourcing of candidates using the internet. This can be done in variety of ways from social media recruiting to online job boards. Online recruitment allows businesses to use various internet-based solutions, for example, online advertising, job listing, social media, and company website to source and hire the best candidates.
Good day, ma'am. Good day, classmate. This is Christina A. Belen from BSAB Section A. I'll be talking about the topic of writing resume. So, what is resume all about? A resume is a formal document that a job applicant creates to itemize their qualification for a position, including their skills, profile, experiences, and also your educational background. Or in other words, resume helps you to demonstrate the ability and convince employers that you are qualified and hireable. For example, chronological type resume. So what's come up in your mind about chronological type resume? So chronological type resume is a common type of resume. It lists your work history because most employers typically prefer this type of resume because it's easy to see what jobs you have held and if you work at them. So now we've done to tackle about what is resume all about. So we proceed the different parts of resume. So we have 7 parts of resume. First is name, address, and also your contact details. So name, what is that? You can indicate your complete name together with your address, where are you located, and also your contact details, either your phone number and email address. So number 2, job objectives. It is a personal statement defining the specific work you wish to attain, but your objectives should state your goals that compatible with you. And number 3, education. You have include the list of your educational experience. Like me, I have my in situ when I was in senior high school, taking the in situ in Kokiri and BTP. That is the education background. So number 4, skills. This includes the list of skills and expertise you have like in my OGT in MERS restaurant. I have my skills there, how to become a food attendant, how to socialize to other people by showing a good character. And number 5, work experience. Talking about list of your experiences, different work you have done include the exclusive here. So, number 6, communication skills, like how good and scalable your oral and writing communication. So for example, your oral communication, how good you are by socializing, about how you are entertain to people, how your oral skills work, and also your writing communication, how smart you are or scalable in terms in writing. And next, number 7, reference. It is a professional and personal contacts who can verify your character. So it is verifying your character, your history, where are you worked before. And that's what we all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Mabel C. Bardo. I will be discussing the steps of selection process. So there are 9 steps in selection process. Step 1, which is the job analysis, preparation of job description, and specification. So job analysis is a process of identifying, analyzing, and determining the duties, responsibilities, skills, abilities, and work environment of a specific job. So these factors help in identifying what a job demands and what an employee must possess in performing a job productively. So, this includes recording and collecting job information, accuracy in checking the job information, and generating job description based on the information. So next is the job description, which provides information about the scope of the job, responsibilities, positioning of the job in the organization. And this includes classification of ranking of jobs, placing and orientation of new resources, describing the career paths. Then next is the job specification, which focuses on the specification of the candidate whom the HR team is going to hire. So this includes physical specification, mental specification, physical features, emotional specification, and behavioral specification. So next is the step 2, which is the preliminary screening. This is a review of application form and credentials of an applicant. So this provide basic information that can be used to screen out unqualified applicants. So ang gina-review po diri is katong application letter, ang sulod sa application letter, employment gap, spelling, grammars, and punctuation dito sa ginagamit nimo nga words or sentences, evidence sa career, kanang pag-follow sa direction, and kani naga-include pod o cover letter. So next is the step 3, which is the employment interview. So this provide the opportunity to review the candidate's qualification and determine their suitability for the position. So it also helps in giving quick insight about the candidate's attitude, ability to provide answer to the interview questions, and communication skills. So step 4 is employment testing. So employers often use tests and other selection procedure to screen applicants for the hiring of employees. So the following are the type of tests. So cognitive test, which is sa imuhang attention, perception, and intelligence. Personality test, which is the characteristic traits on how you present yourself. So medical test. Number 3, which is kanang wato kang doktor, magpa-medical ka. So next is background investigation. So this is done to just verify if your information is legit, kung tinuod o kung nakay clean record. So first kay ang personal preference nimo, imong school, previous employment records. So next is step 6, final interview. So this is done sa kanang panel interview nga ang all qualified nga applicants will be scheduled for a panel interview. So this is where the candidate is interviewed in the kanang daghan nagtig interview sa inyo. So step 7 is selection decision. So the panel members, the group of interviewers will deliberate on the result of the interview among the qualified applicants or candidate and decide who is the most qualified applicant for the position. So this is the time na mag-decide na ang panel kung kinsa ang pilion nila. So they will make comparison para maka-decide kung kinsa ang best para sa job. So next is step 8, so physical examination. So it determines if the applicant qualifies for the physical requirements of the position and discover any medical limitation that should be taken into account in placing the applicant. So for example, if ang need sa job is kanang straight og ngipon, nindot og ngipon niya, ikaw kay kanang so kanang dili ka madawat mo toy for example pod kanang naa kay speech disorder nya, kailangan nimo ang imong gi-applyan na job is maka-communicate ka og tarong nya, murag mauna ang pwede maka-disqualify sa imuha. So mo na ang physical murag limitation. So step 9 is placement on the job. So this is the decision to accept or reject applicants based on the result of physical examination and a value of judgment based on all the information gathered in the previous steps. So if you pass the previous steps, then it will be decided if you are qualified among the other applicants or candidates. That's all. Thank you.
Why is selection process is important? There have 5 reasons why selection process is important. First, performance always depend on the part of employees. Those who do not have the right skills will not perform effectively, and they perform their performance in turn will suffer. The time to screen out undesirable performance is before they become part of the organization. So it is just saying that an employee must be skilled enough to be hired. Kay kung nagkuha man yun ta og unskilled worker, dako ang epekto sa trabaho. For example, kung ang kumpanya nangita og marketing staff wherein mamaligya sila og usa ka supplement, unyag dili kabalo ilahang ihar, dako og posibilidad nga dili jud sila kahalin. Number 2, it's costly to recruit and hire employees. Yes, ended. Kinahanglan mo pili jud og employee kay mugasto man ang kumpanya para sa service nga gihatag sa usa ka empleyado. Third, company objectives are better achieved by workers who have been properly selected based on their qualification. I really agree with this, kay kung sa sugod halang ang i-hire sa kumpanya kay katong skilled na mas dali nila ma-achieve ang ilahang goal. Fourth, an incompetent worker is liability to company, causing directly losses in terms of substandard performance and low productivity. Tama, kay sa giingon pa sa number 1 reason why selection process is important, dako jud kaayo og epekto kung dili skilled ang empleyado. Company will have direct loss in term of money. Imagine, magsahod ka sa empleyado nga dili kaya mo balik by service using her or his skills for the company. Fifth, labor laws protect employees, making it difficult to terminate or dismiss an incompetent employee. Here's the reality. Ang mga empleyado protektado sa law. Once ma-hire na sila, dili na sila basta-basta mahawa sa usa ka trabaho without any legal reason.